Okay, so I'm trying to go fast before my family wakes up. Lion came in, and lion means hold your head up high and keep your dignity, no matter what you're faced with. You're much stronger than you think you are, and need to use your emotional strength in this situation. Call upon the well of courage that's available to you. That's that darkness that we found, like first time I ever met you. Okay. Call upon the well of courage that's available to you to confront this uncomfortable situation. And this has to do with there's a second chakra issue which is it's creativity, but it's power in relationships too. So whatever that is, that's two chakras that you're not going to want problems with, because your second is creativity, and it's power in your relationships, but it's also creativity. It can block creativity, which is not good for you. And then the fifth chakra is obviously communication and self-expression. We need to talk about this. Listen closely and discern carefully before acting, rather than moving ahead impulsively and recklessly. When faced with a tough decision, follow your heart rather than what you think you should do. So this basically reaffirms what I said before about making sure that in your throat chakra that you come from love. Change the story in your head to make sure you come from love. All right, we can go over that if you don't understand. All right, so for me, some people, $1 worth of my energy lasts a week, and then other people, $100 worth of energy isn't enough for 1 hour. And you have the same thing going. All right, so, and then we need to talk, I saw striped pants, and it reminded me of the Beatles' Yellow Submarine characters. I don't know what the hell that meant. I have no idea what that was about. Your first chakra, which is safety, security, feeling like you belong to your family, your tribe, society at large, whatever. You need to start, so the quote, I want, start creating here, like someone hired you to do a job and you're doing it, but you want the right materials, resources to do the job right. And all you have to do is ask for what you want, not need. When you say you need something, the law of attraction can't bring it to you because you need it, and it wouldn't be true. So when you say I need money, or I need anything, but money is just like so much easy. It's so easy to talk about. But replace money with anything. I need a car, I need this, or I need that. The law of attraction can't give it to you because it won't be true anymore that you need it, so it keeps you needing. So your first chakra says, so your chakras talk to me in a way. It says, you could ask a little bigger, ask for more. You are in alignment with your path. We knew that already, but where do you want to end up ultimately? It's time to start asking for that now. So don't, okay, hold on. For that now, write it all down. I want this. Write it down. In the journal, write down, I want, and think of the big picture, like the ultimate game, the end game, I want. So we're just going right to that vision. Don't look at the steps like, I want to, short-term goals. So for right now, this is what your first chakra is telling you. Let go of short-term goals right now and just start asking for the ultimate picture. Just fill in the blank with the ultimate goals. If it's timeline specific, like I want to have kids in 5 years / 10 years, then you could put those details in, but not, I don't want to have kids right now / or I don't want to have kids for 5 years. Write it specifically without fear. If you don't know, leave it out or make it vague. I want to be happy and fulfilled in a loving partnership or relationship. And that vagueness, that could mean kids. So whatever that means. All I know is I want blank. Yeah, so you could say it, you could say like, I want to have kids in 5 years, I want to have kids in 10 years, but don't, and no negative terms like I don't want to have kids now. Okay, that should make sense. Were you ever accused of selfishness? I feel like there was something in your energy field where you were accused of selfishness, or you might have seen selfishness and you didn't like it, and so then you were like, I don't want to be like that. So it may be coming from you. It wasn't true. So if you were ever accused of selfishness, or if you had the worry yourself about being selfish, okay, it wasn't true. Standing up for yourself and your own happiness is normal and natural, not selfish. Usually, the people that call or think others as selfish are the actual selfish people. So you don't have it in you. You can't be selfish. You actually need to be a little more standing up for yourself and your own happiness. You need a little bit. You need to love your. Yeah, well, everybody needs to love themselves more. But you need to like love and nurture yourself a little more, and give a little less. But you can give in a more profound way, so that people don't feel like you're giving less. You get it. All right, your second chakra was good. That's the creativity. And it just asked for pure ease and creativity there. So your second chakra really is big and like just wants a lot of free-flowing creative energy in there in your second chakra. So it just asks for more ease and creativity. So when you're driving, by yourself, and you're just looking around and you're like, what do I see? Oh, look at these, looking at how other people live, and kind of connecting on a very healthy creative level to who lives there, how they live, what it must be like. And so you kind of enter into this like what it must be like to live there, what it must be like to live there, and you get the feel for as you're driving around. That's what your second chakra wants, that ease and that creativity. I can clear you again. Oh my God. Okay, your third chakra is your solar plexus, and that's where your self-esteem is. And this says you're not supposed to need it. Okay, so what this means, and then it says the notes say not supposed to need it. Me probably with the first chakra issue. Okay, so the third chakra, what it means when it says you're not supposed to need this, self-esteem, by worrying about being liked or whatever, takes you, well, actually it proves the point when what I sent you with that I recorded. It's like, you're not supposed to be that way at all. So when you have that purity coming through, if you had no self-esteem issues, and like self-esteem didn't exist, so you could just be, so you could just automatically do what comes through you, And I hope that makes sense. I didn't explain it very well. I can hear my kid is up running. So that's okay. So then in your throat chakra again. All right, this was interesting because I didn't go to the fourth, which is the heart, until later. So the fifth chakra, there's a first issue, safety, security, but I think that might be me. But your throat chakra wants more ease, and it's wired for success. Oh, you're wired for success. Relax back a little more about that, and just create with your mind. So you're wired for success. You don't even need self-esteem, because you just are what you're supposed to be. Your complete alignment with your how you're bringing the light, how you're creating more love, how you're helping people access love, how you're helping people come from more love, be more love. You're bringing the light and the love in the way that you are supposed to. You're wired for success. You're all in alignment. So relax back a little more about all that and create with your mind. That's where the I want this. Let's start talking from your ultimate goals point of view. And when you're singing 360 degrees, like your voice goes out in all directions, not just projected this way, you know, in your you know, whatever you can see, whoever you're looking at. Think of it as 360 degrees. And then your sixth chakra, your third eye, which is your, you know, intuitive abilities. And then I circled that because I think that's me too. Third chakra, self-esteem issue. That's me, I think. Because remember, I was working on you, but I was working on me too. So the two things I circled on this page, the sixth page, I think these are mine. So pay no mind to those. Because I was pulling it out and then I write it down and I'm like, oh, that's me. We both want bigger groups to affect more positive change faster. Okay, so what you do and what I do, we want bigger groups so we can affect more positive change more quickly. And then your sixth chakra says, that's what's in quotes, forget about the how, focus on what you want. Your third eye is to receive psychic information. So to see the action steps required one at a time to manifest what you want to create. And so you've already done this and that's gotten to where you are now. But what people tend to do is keep doing things the way they've been doing things. Okay. Fourth chakra is your heart. Hi, honey. I'm making a video for my friend. So you're probably not going to want to be chilling in your underpants in the background there. Your third eye is to receive psychic information. See the action steps required, one at a time to manifest what you want. What happens with this, people tend to keep going the way that's worked. So you need, as you're shifting, so you're shifting, is to keep relaxing into cocooning, because then they want to start shifting. So you're not exhausting. So you have bigger groups somehow, probably going to be working less, but you're going to be affecting more positive change more quickly, because you're going to have the bigger groups. So just make sure that you're staying relaxed and you're self-nurturing and you're loving yourself enough so that, and you're just relax your third eye so that you can see how they're like, change it like this, change it like this. Maybe not so many shows so quickly. Maybe, you know, 2 days between or 3 days off or blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then we worked on the heart. Then we went to the fourth. That's the first time that's ever happened in a healing. And like, since I started doing healings, I've never gone that, I never did the heart out that far out of order. We both are, wow, carrying too many people. The heart is more effective when it is not cluttered. Okay, so reciprocity. Where does energy come back? So we're filling people's cups. We're highly accessible right now, which has worked for us, which has, that's like the boots on the ground type stuff, and it feels good, and we get instant feedback that we're helping people, whatever, and they like us, we like them, that we know we're like getting in alignment with our path and stuff. But we're both carrying too many people. We can talk about that another time. That we're not going to fix that right now, but there's a meditation in our future, I'm sure, that's going to work on that. Okay. Holding stuff for other people clutters our heart space. So I saw it as a kitchen, which is the heart of the home, with stuff all over the countertops. So it's like, it looks like my kitchen now. The way it shows up for me is that each item is like something I have to remember. Like one of my close friends is heavy, so I have to always watch myself, and my kids don't say anything about heavy people. Okay, oh my God. This is hard to follow. No wonder you needed this video. Okay. All right. So having to remember that, having to be careful about what I say, giving myself things to remember stuff is like cluttered items. So my heart and your heart has clutter in it too. Cluttered space. It takes away the room for love. Okay, so my flight instructor in flight safety was hilarious. And I say this too. Don't make me come over there. Because like, when we flew airplanes at flight safety, we're right next to each other. You're like touching arms. It's a small little airplane. And my flight instructor say, oh, don't make me come over there and punch you in your big fat face. Because I weighed like 90 pounds, I weighed 110 pounds. I was tiny when I was taking lessons. And so he'd say, if I made any mistakes at all, which is, as a student, you're going to make mistakes, but you go, oh, don't make me come over there and punch you in your big fat face. So I used to say that to my kids as a joke, and it would remind me of my flight instructor who I loved, and flying, which I loved. And I accidentally said it to my heavy friend, and I felt awful for 2 days. I had to make this awkward apology. So the worrying and the focusing on what I can't say or need to remember takes up space like an object, taking room up that could be used for love. So that's me, but you do it in your own way. You have clutter items in your heart chakra somehow. So I had this significant dream. I don't know if I told you. Oh, I did. I told you. So my significant dream where I just spoke to that woman who was treating me like crap. And I said, how about treating me like a grown-up, okay? I functioned powerfully in the now in that dream because I wasn't holding on to anything. There was no clutter in my heart. So I was able to just blast it out in a way that was powerful, and she had to listen. All right. And worry about something brings it to you through the law of attraction. If you're worried about saying fat stuff, that's what I did when I never worried about what I might say or do. Hi guys, I'm finishing up. Hi Sweep. Sure, I worried about something. So when you worry about something, it brings it to you through the law of attraction. If you're worried about saying fat stuff, that's what I did. When I never worried about what I might say or do, I was free to do stuff, and that freedom usually led me to better behavior I was proud of. Your seventh chakra, top of your head, the crown. I need to get something. Nope, not right now. Doing a video. Connection to spirit was really weird. We'll talk about that another time. I don't want you to think I'm nuts. So on YouTube, Wayne Dyer has an I Am meditation. If you go on YouTube and you look up Wayne Dyer I Am meditation, listen to his talk about it first. I know you're busy, so it's going to take you a long time to get to this. So after you do Wayne Dyer's I Am meditation, listen to his talk about it first, and then do the meditation, and then we'll talk about what I got in the seventh chakra. And then it's basically like, if I am God, or if I am the highest and holiest power creator of everything, what do I want to create? What would I create? So that's the notes. And then here's the picture. Okay. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? You see that? So one, here's the first, is your root chakra at the, where your genitals are. Root chakra is the first chakra. It's grounded to the earth's core, solid in the physical plane of existence. Need to be in order to manifest or to create. Okay, that's the first chakra. Earth. Okay, I'm going to go over that in a second. So that's the first, that's the root. The second is your heart chakra, fourth chakra. You're focusing there. You're going to grow the energy, ask questions, then connect up through your crown. So you ground yourself, then you go to your heart, okay, and you grow the energy there. Okay, that's where your focus is. And then your heart energy goes up through the throat chakra, cleansing it and getting the message pure with loving energy. So your heart energy comes up through your throat, and then this is the fourth step. So these are steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and the crown chakra is your seventh, obviously. Open to receive all the divine love.
When you're ready, you can put that on.
Thank you. Crown chakra, open to receive all the divine love possible. Being a channel for love. If I am God, what will I do? What do I want to create? So that's what this says. Okay, then So focus here, grow the energy, comes up through, washes and clears and cleans through your throat chakra, which is communication, self-expression, cleansing it and getting the message pure with the loving energy, up through, connecting through the crown, and then just opening to divine energy for healing and creation. So healing and creation, these are the raw materials. So, and anyone can do this. Okay, so that's those. And then these are just the steps. One, first, second, third, fourth. And then this shows a human is where the heart, heaven is through the crown chakra, and earth is through the first chakra. So all three are one. And then, I don't know if you know about the Tao, but it takes a human to connect heaven and earth. So when you do this, when you focus on your heart, and you're grounded, and then you're connecting, all three are one. Heaven, human, and earth. Heaven, earth. The human connects heaven and earth energy. Okay, in your core, actually. So when you focus on your core, which is above your first chakra, when you focus here, as hard as you can, or you can light a candle, is what my teachers, you focus on a candle there. When you focus on your core, you naturally bring in earth's energy through the bottoms of your feet and heaven's energy through the top of your head by focusing on your core. So I don't know if you do that intentionally right now, but that's what that means. All right, that's it. We'll talk when you're ready. Do the Wayne Dyer meditation first. All right, love you.